Welcome back to the Redneck Racing channel, everybody. The date's November 14th. First snow just came down. I've been wrenching through it. I'm getting this car ready for mock-up. So when Adam comes back from college at Thanksgiving, me and him can get a welder and start figuring out where all these pipes and stuff are going to go. And also to find out what parts I'm going to have to order with all these extra changes that we're making. Some of the parts that we already have are the trans, a Holly, the monster clutch, low-tech headers, forged bottom end, and the LS T56 swap kit. There will be turbos involved in the future, but for the time being, I'll just show you guys what I've been doing this morning, preparing for all this. Alright, well, we got scammed by the sunrise because it's snowing too hard for the sun to rise. So, yeah. Anyhow, I'm about to start pulling this off. I got all the bolts taken out, so everything should pretty much just fall apart. Yeah. I'm going to take it down to the bare frame like it was before. We're not going to disconnect the frame though. That's all welded together now, so yeah, I'm going to set you guys up. And I'm going to pull all this apart. Should just fall apart. And yeah, it's a pretty morning though. The snow falling in the background and all that. You guys can't see it, but yeah. There's a lot of loose bolts on this, like a lot.
Well, alright, as you can see, the whole front end of the car is torn off. Peter did that before. I'm back from college now. And we're going to be, it's go time. Yeah, yesterday was Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving when you guys see this around Christmas time. Anyways, the seats are pulled out. We got those right here. Pulled the carpet back because the new T56 is going to need some transmission tunnel modifications. So we've got everything prepared and ready to go, probably, for mock-up. So anyways, we're going to be putting the bell housing on. And the motor is put together for mock-up. Essentially, we've got an intake as well, which we won't put the intake on until after it's all set into the car. But we have the oil pan on. We have the old cylinder heads on. These aren't going to be the cylinder heads we're going to use. We're using them for now just so we can put the intake on and figure out if we're going to need to cut a hole in the hood or not. These are Holly motor mounts, right?
Yeah, I think so. Everything that I've bought so far has been name brand of some kind.
Yeah.
Whether it's Motion Raceworks, Holly, RPM. It's been from some reputable company.
So hopefully these aren't gonna put our motor somewhere into the firewall or some stupid location where it's gonna cause problems.
Yeah, the whole, this is part of the kit of the LS T56 swap kit. Those motor mounts were. I found them cheaper elsewhere, so I got those, but it's part of, like, straight from Holly's website. You can search up, like, T56 and a second gen Camaro. It'll give you all the stuff that you need to do that swap. So, like, straight up mechanical parts as in mounting.
Right. So hopefully for once we won't be...
Don't say it.
Alright, I won't.
Alright, we got the motor and trans strapped together. So we're going to stuff into the car right about now. We took the front of the car off so that it would make it easier for us to put it in and out, because we're probably going to take it in and out, I don't know, 16 to 19 times, so throughout this whole building thing. So I'm going to get right into that and start ripping on it.
So we're in the process of slipping the engine in. We went and got this thing from Josh. Had an engine Levelator 9000 thing. So we went.
As soon as we're done.
Yeah, this thing is so nice. So we just got her kind of angled in. We're kind of bringing the car up to meet the engine, because then we're gonna have to mess around down here eventually to get the transmission cross member in. And then the other thing that we were hoping Peter said would line up is look where the shifter is. It's perfect. It's probably got to come back another little ways yet, but maybe like right here.
Yeah, we might have to cut some out to clear the actual case of the transmission itself.
Yeah, depending on where the cross member puts the transmission and where those motor mounts put the motor. But other than that,
there is also a chance we don't have to cut it all, because it's like a special made kit.
there's also that chance too.
In that case, we'll go. So.
All right, we're gonna keep sliding this in. You guys can enjoy the rest of the time lapse. So we have decided that the transmission tunnel is gonna need to get cut a little bit. It's it needs to go up a little higher. The rubber mount, there's not enough space. Like the cross members here and the transmissions here, there's only like an inch of space between them. We need like probably 3 or 4 for the rubber mount. So we're gonna have to cut her up. There's our line for cuttage. We found in the kit, there's these brackets right here, which are actually pretty sweet, because at first we were thinking we were gonna have to drill the holes for the factory cross member right there, and it's about 5 inches, 6 inches farther back. But we found these brackets in the kit, which we probably should have seen earlier, but we don't look at stuff that well. And they're just gonna fit on just like that. We just weld them on. Everything's a little crooked right now because it's still on the jack and it's still got some clearance issues right there, which it won't have once it's lowered all the way down. But yeah, as you can see, the bolt holes line up pretty nice. In the very back one, and then this one up here by my thumb right there is where the holes go through. So we'll just have to grind off down to bare metal on the frame rails here, weld these plates on, and it should bolt right together, which is going to be pretty slick. Well, after quite a bit of finagling, the cross member is in. Well, tacked in, I guess. We got a couple tacks on these brackets. There's a little, it's honestly for us, it's perfect. There's like a little gap right there, and there's a little bit of a gap on this side right there, but we managed to get all 4 bolts in, and now we're just going to weld the tabs in. We got enough of the tranny tunnel cut out. You can see in there, it's up higher. It's up about 1/4 inch from where it's gonna actually sit. So even though it looks like there's no clearance, it's gonna go down about 1/4 inch, which gives us plenty of clearance. Well, 1/4 inch of clearance, anyways. And you can see how far back the motor sits. And there's like the center link. The normal small block was probably out to about here. So we are definitely lined up more ideal anyways for weight transfer and turbo placement. We haven't even shown the intake on camera yet, have we?
This is a Holly Moram intake. So you can fit a air-to-water intercooler between here if I want to. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to go with for intercoolers, but it's going to look something like that. Basically.
And then we're probably going to just set the radiator support back on there so that we can set the hood on. We're just going to set everything on, and then we'll be able to look underneath and see how much clearance there is between the top of the intake and the bottom of the hood. And hopefully there'll be enough clearance anyways to where we don't have to cut anything or a major amount of the hood open. Just to show you guys a quick update, we couldn't wait, so we put this is just set on, like we said, everything is just set on, and we wanted to see how much clearance there is. There's a lot.
We could honestly probably fit that air-to-water intercooler in there if we want.
And there's at least 3 to 4 inches. Easy 3 to 4 inches. So
Not even cutting anything yet.
we can see now, like, look at how much room there is right here for, you know, there's going to be a radiator in here, obviously, and that's going to take up, you know, to here. But still, like, from where my hand is back, like, there's turbos can get put all over the place.
The only thing we really need is an alternator and a power steering pump.
Yeah. Yeah.
So. What?
So we're getting the headers test fitted on right now. That one's on. This one had some brake booster clearance. Well, mainly just the proportioning valve. So we unbolted the proportioning valve, and slid it over there.
The front of the headers down a little
It
bit.
used to be over that way. So yeah, other than the minor proportioning valve problem,
They only had to move the proportioning valve, so.
we thought we were gonna have to get rid of the big brake booster, which we
Eventually
know.
might, but for right now, I've already got too much money into this, so we're gonna cut that out of the budget. So folks, that's gonna be the end of part 1 of the mock-up. There's way too much going on for me to make this in just one video. So there's mock-up number 1. That's all the parts that we have now that are visible. We have other parts that are smaller and stuff that aren't worth putting on. Yeah, that's where we sit now. Turbos are on their way. Wastegates are on their way. Whole bunch of other turbo related stuff is on their way currently. I ordered them just today. Should be here in a week or so. They said they shipped today as well. So yeah, this thing looks bad, just absolutely mean. I can't wait until we can send that motor to the machine shop. That's gonna be so cool. So that's it for part 1. Turbos are on their way. Part 2 will have turbos. So if you guys want to see turbos, go check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Keep watching along with these episodes. We're trying to make this thing into an absolute monster next year. So, hey, we'll see you guys in the next one.